Our sutra for this week is Sutra 230, which lists all of our yamas. So ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. Ahimsa, again, like anything else in the practice, you have to take it for what we can honestly grab hold of in the way that we live our lives, truly, fully. So, the idea is that ahimsa is nonviolence, and every yama and niyama is thought, word, and deed. That's a lot, right? I mean, think about that. That means every thought we have is kind. That every word we say out of our mouths is gentle and not offensive. That every action that we have is gentle and kind and accepting. And that is an amazing, lovely concept. That's the idea, right? But it's also very hard. So we take it for what we can. Now, the idea of nonviolence, if we begin to change these patterns sweetly, slowly, right? So we start with kindness. I'm going to be in thought even. I'm going to be kind in thought today first to self, right? I mean, that's enough for one day, because usually we're meaner to ourselves than we are to anyone else. And the things that we say in our own heads about us, we would never say out loud to somebody. And then maybe it is about somebody else. Maybe your focus on ahimsa becomes, today, I am going to be completely gentle, kind, non-confrontational to so-and-so. Because we're always in this space of conflict, whether it's a coworker, a partner, a child, a sibling, a parent, whatever. So we take off the bits and pieces that we can that make the most sense. Say, today, I'm going to do my best to be kind and see how it goes, right? And then we come into satya, which is truthfulness. And I really fully believe that yamas and niyamas are same. You can't have one without the others. You can't be fully nonviolent, fully gentle and kind without being truthful. You can't be completely truthful without detaching, without letting go. You can't be any of these things without honoring your own power and allowing that connection to your oneness to happen. So what I always say to my teachers is, take the one that makes the most sense to you. Take the one that feels most accessible, and let that be your way into all of the others. Patanjali says this too. He says, once you have one, all of the others will follow. And even, he says, once you master one, which lifetimes, right? But once you focus on one, and it feels accessible, and that idea of kindness is to me first today, but then tomorrow maybe it's to me and others, and then to me and all things, right? So we come to satya now, truthfulness, and again, that's the same. So you think, nonviolence in its biggest scope is, yeah, of course, I'm not going to kill anyone. I'm not going to get pissed off and punch anybody in the face, right? But these are the deeper pieces, because most of us don't behave badly that way. So then truthfulness, same. It's about lying, right? I'm not going to purposely weave together a lie. We all know people that lie, and it becomes this habit for them. And the lie just breeds more and more lies because it becomes so intricate and woven that they've almost convinced their brain that that's the truth, that the lie is the truth. This is very dangerous and truly a sickness. The idea of truthfulness, and the sutras will say this over and over again, is that we speak the truth and we do it without harming anybody else. So I'm going to tell you what I feel. Anyone who knows me knows that. I'm going to be straight with you. And in the process of that, I'm going to do my best to do it gently and be kind with you in the process. Because otherwise, it's just hurtful. And then truth goes out the window, right? Because then it's about bad intention. Then we're looking at saucha, a niyama. It's not pure. It's impure. And it's mean. So again, ahimsa comes right into play. Truthfulness first with self. And I think where I see a problem with this most in students and people in general is the way that we view ourselves. There's such this grand illusion of, well, I'm not this or I'm not that. And it's so easy in the world that we live in to criticize the shape of the body, the size of the body, the face, the aging, honestly, and I think we all do it. I'm 45 years old and I'm still here. And that is a blessing. I've lived with cancer for 14 years. I could absolutely be dead. So all of these wrinkles on my face, this map on my forehead, this is my shit. This is what I've lived through. I've earned all of them. We all do, right? So honor that truth. Be in that space of self and see you for what you actually are. People are extraordinary and we're amazing. Every one of us. And when we live in that space, of being able to wake up and look at the body and see it and say, oh my God, thank you for still being here. And then the mind, thank you for being awake and at least aware enough to show me the path of at least trying to be a better human being. And then the soul, right? Then we start to feel that authentic soul and we start to live in that space of, holy crap, this is actually who I am. And this is who I want to be in the world. This is me. And anyone who doesn't like it, you know what comes next. Really though, we talked about that a couple sutras ago. Let fall away the things that do not enhance your vision. And sometimes this is people. So this leads us to the next, ahimsa satya asteya, the idea of non-stealing. And we allow, nobody can take your power. And we allow people to steal things from us all the time. Whether it's an idea, attention, whether it's time, right? So I think this hope is that there needs to be balance. We take care of self so that we can be better for everyone that we come into contact with in every single situation. So I can come in and say, I'm not going to steal from you as long as you don't steal from me. And that's no good, right? We have to say, I'm not going to steal from you, period. Not your time, not your love, not your attention, not your ideas, not anything. I'm not going to steal from you. Again, as yogis, we're not going to go into Rite Aid and steal mascara like I did when I was in high school. Right? I mean, hopefully we're past all that. We come into this space of saying, what is it that I honestly steal? And often it's most from self. I'm stealing time from myself. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm putting everyone else first, which then they're getting this depleted, half-assed me because I'm exhausted, right? We need to make sure that we're nurturing and taking time for us and not stealing our own care and our own love and our own attention and nurturance. Because then when I have all of that, when I feel strong and in my own space that way, that's what I give you. That's what you get. That's what you get when I can walk into the world and say, I'm rejuvenated, I'm recharged, I'm ready, I'm good. Right? You get the whole me. Then we come to brahmacharya, which, old school brahmacharya meant celibacy. I love the way that Donna Farhi says it the best in Body, Mind, and Spirit. She says it's merging with your oneness. And, when you find that person that fits you perfectly in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of it, soulfully, nobody's depleted, right? That everyone, both of you are rejuvenated. And we all know that in that purest expression of love, there are no words. There's no way to possibly express it. That feeling is beyond anything we can express or explain. And that's the same with merging with our oneness, with our faith, with our own spirituality. It's the idea that, I'm going to give everything I have, energetically, everything I have to this, so that I feel it wholly W-H and H, holy. That what I connect with, my God, my faith, my soul, it's mine. And it's deep. And it's, again, unexplainable. Brahmacharya is about feeling your own power. And it's about understanding what that means and how big we are and how much we can do and deal with and still come through because we're protected, because we're connected, because we are not nor ever alone. And whether that faith for you is God or science, same. It's contributing and believing in something bigger than self. And even the idea of big self, that may be your oneness. Same. So really, truly connecting. And then last, parigraha, which is non-grasping, non-greed, not chasing. Right? The idea is abhyasa, vairagya. We practice detachment. And that's hard. Hardest thing in this practice, two things. Presence, being present, being in the moment that you're in, and letting go. We don't like to let go of things. We don't like change. It's very hard to let go of people, of circumstance, of ideas, of all of it. So, abhyasa, this practice becomes a parigraha. I am going to practice releasing rather than white knuckling and trying to control life. Look how much tension that creates. Control life. To loosen the grip and to find that space of, I can do this and I can do it with less tension and less chaos and less bumping into the wall over and over and over again, right? It's non-greed. Once I find something, it's mine. I'm going to grab it. That's mine. I'm not sharing it. It's mine. That's selfish, and it's not kind, and it's not truthful, and it's not living in the space of your own power. It's closing off rather than opening up. Our yamas and yamas are most amazing, and God, I love them. I think, and I say this all the time about every piece probably, but to be able to grab hold of even a fraction of these and to say, I'm going to do my best to live in a space of being kind, of being honest, of living in that source of my own power, of letting go, right? Of allowing all of it. I'm going to be gentle to you. I'm going to be truthful to you. I'm not going to steal from you. I'm going to honor your power as much as my own, and I'm not going to grab hold. It's amazing. It's amazing. Does it happen every day? No. Do we fight with our yoga? Yes. Is that part of being human? Absolutely. But the greatest thing is we are practicing yoga. We're practicing on as well as off the mat. And that's a start. And, we get further every time we do it. Every time we practice, even one little piece, we get further. It's extraordinary. All right. So that was 2:30, our yamas. Shanti.